Brownsville Rivera here in the state semifinals for the third time in school history. Last year they were knocked out by rival Lopez in the state quarters. This year they get through the region, and now they're here in Georgetown playing for the state championship. But before they could play Cinco Ranch in the finals, they'd have to beat North Mesquite, a team out of the Metroplex, making their third state appearance here in the semifinals. The game started 3 hours late because of weather. The pitch was wet, but could Rivera's soccer overcome the slick surface and get to the final? Well, let's head to the wet pitch and check out the highlights. Thanks to lightning delays from earlier games, the two teams sat on their respective buses for almost 4 hours before the match finally started at 10:25 p.m. Fans, though, didn't really notice, as that gave them extra time to make the trip up from Brownsville.
We're excited for the game. We're just waiting for the game. So we kept cheering inside the bus. It was a mess, but we were just trying to stay focused.
The Raiders and the Stallions combined for only 2 shots in the first 40 minutes. Good news, both were for Rivera. Better news, they both found their way into the back of the net. In the 18th minute, Alexis Herrera buried his past the North Mesquite keeper for a 1-0 Rivera lead.
We started just focused, and we stayed focused the whole time. We were anxious to play, and we were trying to get up in the scoreboard first, and that's what we did.
8 minutes later, in the 26th minute, it was David Alexandra burying one past the keeper for a 2-0 lead at the half, as the Raiders look to advance to their first ever state title game.
The big thing about scoring, having a 2-0 lead gives the team more confidence and less pressure to keep the ball moving and do our soccer style.
Second half, the action picked up on both sides as Rivera tried to bury the Stallions. 60th minute, Stallions free kick sailed way above the net. 63rd minute, kick by Rivera just missed the goal. 65th minute, another near miss by Herrera as the clinching goal didn't come. Well, at least not yet. 66th minute, Stallion defender Franco Resendez hauled down by Jesus Torres. Torres given a yellow card and Resendez a penalty kick. He buried it behind keeper Jesus Zaragoza. Rivera's lead cut in half to 2-1. What could have been the momentum changer for North Mesquite instead was the last stand by the Stallions. That goal came just as the clock literally struck midnight at the stadium. The figurative clock was about to strike midnight on the Metroplex team. 68th minute, Rivera's Alicio Ortiz with the near miss. 72nd minute, no miss here. Israel Acero with the header into the net, and the floodgates, which opened from the sky hours earlier to soak the pitch, were about to soak the Stallions.
We had to really pick it up. I mean, we were going to let her score another one. That we're going to be like tight, 2-1. So we didn't want to risk it, so I tried to go upstairs, and I made it.
Julian Espinoza made it 4-1 in the 74th minute, and in the 77th, Eliezer Acero buried it into the net to finish off the Stallions 5-1.
For a minute, the game was 2-1, but then what can I say about the kids? They've been doing it a year long. They bend, but they don't break.
3 goals in the final 8:22 after the North Mesquite PK ensured Rivera advanced to the state soccer final for the first time. The 5 goals were scored by 5 different players. And the game ended at 12:10 a.m., but no one seemed to mind the late night at the office.
We spoke about the fact that now we're not representing only Rivera, not only Brownsville. We're doing it for the Valley. We spoke about tonight we're going to make Rivera's history. Tomorrow night, we're going to make Valley history, going undefeated.
And they will get their chance against Katy Cinco Ranch, looking for the first Valley soccer title since 2009. Both teams came in undefeated, but Rivera had a chance to become the 7th ever undefeated and untied boys state soccer champion. First half, and it was the Cougars who nearly scored first. Off the throw-in, the ball squirted through several players to Donovan Smith, but his header ding-donged off the crossbar. Match remained scoreless. Later in the half, off another throw-in, another Cougar chance, but Brady Johnston kicked it wide of the net. 16th minute, Rivera said party time's over to the Houston area team. Isidro Martinez forced the turnover in the Cougar zone, made one guy miss, then slid the white round object under the keeper's legs into the net for the goal, and it's 1-0 Valley team.
It's really special. I gave the lead to the team, helped the team not get scored on, and I mean, it's amazing.
A little bit of foreshadowing, but it didn't stay 1-0 for long. In fact, 2 minutes later, in the 18th minute, Rivera struck again. David Alexander, his second goal of the Final Four, 2-0 Rivera. Replay time to break down the passing clinic you just saw. Play actually started with Martinez throw-in. Acero passed to Alfredo Villarreal. He skirted the ball under the defender's leg to Julian Espinoza, who did the give and go back to Villarreal. He lost control but got the ball to Alicio Ortiz. He left it for Alexander, who buried it past the keeper. Martinez ended up as the match's most valuable player.
It's a pretty big day because everyone's been helping us, especially the Valley. Not only Brownsville, not only our school, but I mean, everyone that's been supporting us out there, the people, it means a lot to us.
Second half, Rivera tried to put the game away, but the header by Jesus Torres stopped by the Cinco Ranch keeper. One more Rivera chance, but Ortiz's header ding-donged off the post. Raiders, though, wouldn't need it. Final 40 minutes was all Rivera defense. Smith tried in vain to dribble around the Raider backline. Instead, he dribbled the ball out of bounds. The team from the suburban Houston area never threatened again. Heavens opened up as the final minutes ran out on the Cougars. Time to go to the winning locker room as Rivera won 2-0 in a match that wasn't even that close. Bad news, players didn't get to celebrate with their fans. Good news, the locker room turned into a Super Bowl-esque winning one.
Congratulations, 2015 state champions, baby!
The heart, the desire to be state champs, the desire to make school history, Valley history.
It's a lot because we've been working hard the whole season. We knew it was going to be hard to get to this date. But I mean, we're here, we're state champs, undefeated.
It feels great to get not only the monkey off my back, it was a freaking gorilla. Because there is a lot of disappointment over the past 2-3 years. But I've been saying it since the very beginning, and I felt it since the very beginning. God's timing is always perfect. Perfect timing.
Rivera only allowed 3 goals in their final 4 matches as they became the first Valley team ever to finish unbeaten and untied. The Raiders win the first state soccer title for a Valley team since 2009. At the Class 6A Soccer State Tournament in Georgetown, I'm Greg Sherman for 956sports.com.